It is July the 10th, and we're here for a web chat with the mayor. Only one council meeting, so lots of business to take care of in the month of July, Pat. And one of the issues that's coming up before council, actually Wednesday night, is the public meeting, the third and final one, dealing with the issue of Southside Pond. And you're going to be attending that meeting?
Yes, the third and final meeting related to the Cedar Creek Southside Park study. The final charts are going up. There's been two meetings previously that have shown different alternatives, different options. And of course, the issue is that once the water enters the city of Woodstock, it's very clean. By the time it works its way down to the Thames River, it's the dirtiest in the upper Thames River or watershed. So we have to take a look at it. Part of the problem is it's more than just dredging the Southside Pond. So it's how do you increase water flow? How do you maintain the historic Southside Pond? What can you do to improve the banks as it works through Southside Park? So all those alternatives have been up, and certainly people have been attending and commenting. The engineer the consulting firm will be there that's done the EA and the engineering work. City staff will be there. I'm sure many of the councillors will be there on Wednesday night. It's not part of the council agenda, but there'll be a opportunity. There's a 30-day period for people to express their comments. So that's Wednesday night at the museum at 6 o'clock.
I don't know about you, Pat, but when I'm talking to people, they are growing increasingly concerned that, Southside Pond could disappear in the future with these water quality issues. Southside Pond, is that something that you want to see remain as a feature in the park?
Well, I think if you attended the second session, it was quite clear. People were given little stickies, and on that one option, there was certainly you couldn't see. There was a ton of no's. The pond is part of the postcard pictures from 100 years ago. If you left it up to, I guess, the pure people at a conservation authority, they'd want to take down the dam at Hodges. They'd like to take the dam down at Southside so that the water has a fast flow. That's that would be their solution. And so engineers, they do show that particular option, but there are other options there. So we can understand the concern, but I would have to think not only what council thinks, but I think there's been a clear message from those attending that Southside Pond is part of the tradition of Woodstock, so we have to work around that.
Okay, very good. Speaking of water, flooding issues on a couple of streets. That's an issue coming before council this week, and you're getting a report on perhaps how to solve some of those issues.
Yes, if people recall, 2 years ago, the end of July, we had a storm that
100-year rain, right? They called it?
Well, we seem to get these 100-year rains all the time.
Every couple of years.
with the weather conditions. But yeah, we had the huge dump of rain. It dumped 2 or 3 inches, stopped for half an hour, dumped another 3 or 4 inches, and caused severe flooding in that Warwick Cambridge area, and also on Norwich Ave by the railway tracks. So we've done an EA. We've had the consultant in doing this environmental assessment, coming up with solutions. They've been modeling the proposed solutions, so they've done a lot of work. And so what will come before council is a number of alternatives. They've recommending alternative 5 for the Warwick Cambridge area, which is basically to tear up Houston Street and rebuild the infrastructure under Houston Street so it can carry the water away, get more drainage. And then the other part is we then have to find a place, because when we do have a big rain, that Winchester School or the old DM Sutherland School seems to be where it all pockets. So we've got to find, in addition to that, an area to store the water, no different than Brompton Park with the wet pond that we have up there. So that's that. And then with Norwich Ave, it's again just increasing the drainage ditches, building some berms so that the water can flow away faster. So that report will come before council on Thursday night.
Sounds good. Paratransit, that issue is back, and it doesn't seem like there's any major changes from what we saw at the last meeting.
No, at the last meeting, council, there was concerns from the Accessibility Advisory Committee. Council wanted them to clarify exactly what their concerns were. And so at a subsequent meeting, they've indicated that, yes, they agree, because of the provincial rules state that come January 1st, the paratransit vans